first learned about the Boston home probably in the late 80s. Jody was recently diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Her treating neurologist over at the Mount Auburn Hospital had mentioned the Boston home. Was we might want to take a look at it, and we didn't really know what her journey would be, and we ended up coming over to the Boston home to just sort of look at it, and at that point in time, the illness was for Jody was um, not as disabling as it is today, and we could see it was an active place, but it certainly was something that we felt uncertain of. Is this our future? You know, Jody was not in a wheelchair at the time, and everybody was in a wheelchair, so it was a bit overwhelming when we first walked in because we sort of weren't at the stage where we were even thinking about this is what her life might be. So we were
Sure.
familiar with the Boston home then, and we always sort of had it in the back of our mind. And as her disability progressed, it became gradually more and more front of mind. And we started to talk about it. And we're talking about, this is now decades, obviously, from the late 80s, early 90s. 10, 15 years had gone by. It didn't seem as scary. It didn't seem as foreign. It didn't seem as overwhelming as it once did. So when it became clear that Jody needed full-time care, we tried to handle it in the house the best that we could, but it was incredibly difficult to do that, to get reliable caregivers in the home, and to provide her with the kind of care that she needed. So once we had made the decision that we had to go and get care outside of the home, we started to see the Boston home in an entirely different light because we knew we were at the stage where Jody needed full-time care. And we were encouraged and we were supported every step of the way when a room would become available. Are we ready to put our hat in the ring? And I think it was the second time, or perhaps the third time, that we said, yes, we're ready. So we made the leap. We're delighted we did. Not just me, but Jody for sure. It's, we're glad we had the exposure back in the late 80s because I'm not sure we would have even have known about it.